I'm going to have to apologize for this video not being up to par. I'm traveling to see family right now, and I'm literally editing right off my laptop. And it's a little bit off the cuff, I'll be honest. It's something that crossed my mind while I was driving, and I thought it was important to share because I want everybody to experience what I experienced and enjoy what I enjoyed. So anyhow, in this video, I'm going to explain why aiming feels so good in the finals, from an MnK player on Apex perspective. But before I get into that, I gotta ask a huge favor, and to smash that like button. It really helps the channel out in a tremendous way and allows YouTube to boost my videos in the algorithm. Also, if you want more finals and Apex Legends aim training and theory videos, hit the notification bell and subscribe. Regardless though, thanks guys for even taking out the time to watch my videos. I truly appreciate it. I really mean that. So, if you guys play MnK on Apex, I think you know how I'm going to start things off, which is of course being handicapped just for using a different input. And yes, I could point the finger at rotational aim assist and blame it all on that, but to be honest, it's not the cause of the problem, it just highlights it. And the finals does have aim assist as well, but the funny thing is that it does not bother me when I go up against somebody that has it. And it's not because it wasn't implemented as heavily as Apex. It was more or less that there are significantly less factors hindering your aim, which in my opinion is what the finals does right compared to games like Apex. Let's start with gun sway. This mechanic in Apex makes your reticle sway whenever you're aiming down sights, but instead of adding realism, this just adds another layer of potential inaccuracies which can occur when playing on MnK. And yes, I know controller has the same mechanism too, but the only problem with that is, aim assist will compensate and drag the reticle to its intended target even if it is slightly off in mid to close ranges. Now if you're off at the same distance on MnK, there is no forgiveness, you'll just outright miss the shot, compared to the finals where the sway is almost non-existent. The next mechanic is the jolting a player receives when they are hit with low shields. So for instance, if you get shot while aiming down sights, your reticle will bounce. Or if you're outside ring and you're in ADS, your reticle will bounce every time you get a tick of damage. Which, for the same reason as before, in mid to close ranges, controller is nearly unaffected by any of these variables. Because again, if your reticle is slightly off on a close target, rotational aim assist will always compensate for those tiny inaccuracies while dynamically tracking. While an MnK player is nearly breaking their wrist trying to readjust the mouse in order to maintain the target. So when comparing that to the finals, the only thing that is moving is your interface, while the reticle is unaffected, thus being able to actually shoot where you're aiming, without interruption. This next mechanic though, is by far one that tilts me the most. Is when the head and body of the character model jerks when you land a crit. Now again, if you are at mid to close ranges with controller, aim assist will compensate for minor inaccuracies while dynamically tracking, while someone playing on MnK will quite literally get punished for their precision. So the only option we have for consistency is to prioritize body shots rather than aiming for extra damage with critical hits. This mechanic to me is not only unnecessary, but excuse my French, quite fucking stupid. Now that I've played the finals, compared to that where there is no jerking and your target pretty much stays in a consistent position at all times, allowing both inputs to have a fair and equal chance to land their shots. And lastly, but certainly not least, visual clutter. Now I could sit here all day and talk to you about every single variable that causes visual clutter in Apex, but I don't have all day and I actually want to spend the very little time I have off with my family. However, I'm just going to show you a few clips so that you can understand what I'm talking about. And yes, yet again, without any sights, aim assist will pick up on the slight movements of the target that the player cannot see and compensate for any lack of visibility at close ranges caused by visual clutter. While the MnK player, unless you're using single shot weapons or a sight, you are quite literally playing a guessing game at close ranges as to where your target may be when that muzzle flash goes off, being that we have no safety net to get our reticle back on track. So while one would say that there are just as many things going on in the finals with everything being destructible and all, it is never the act of firing your gun though that inhibits visibility, but for majority of times it is either items that have CC effects such as the stun gun, flash, and glitch grenades, or the environment exploding around you. But again, it is never the weapon that hinders your visibility. In my opinion, it is all these differences and aspects that make the aim and gunplay of the finals feel so damn good on MnK. If Apex changed those aspects to run more in line with the finals, there would be no reason to nerf aim assist. As MnK players, we already have to compensate for bullet drop off and recoil, even at close ranges with all this CFG bullshit going around. Just let us shoot our damn guns without handicapping us with unnecessary mechanics that quite clearly favor one input over the other. Although it very much seems like I'm just shitting on Apex in this video, I'm really not. But these are aspects that became blatantly clear after having a taste of another game that handled these issues the right way. So let me digress, and before I end this video, I'm going to go a little bit off topic here by saying one last thing about the finals. Just to clarify something I said in a previous video, when I said that there is something special about this game. But at the time, I really couldn't put what that was into words. And after taking a couple of days and pondering on it, it hit me, which is that the game respects the player and their time. It has been such a long time since I've had this much fun in a game, regardless if I was winning or losing. And to be frank, the only other time I really felt that way was with the original Halo, while playing Capture the Flag on Blood Gulch with some of my best buds, which is in sharp contrast to most of the popular competitive shooters which are based in the BR genre, where having fun 99.9% of the time is based on whether you are winning or not, and that should never be the case. Ever notice anytime a streamer dies they say the game is dog shit, but when they win they're all full of praise? Don't get me wrong, winning is great and all, but if it comes at the cost of being miserable the majority of the time, I don't think it's worth it. And that is why I believe the finals respects you and your time as a player, allowing you to enjoy the moment, not just the result. So as an MnK player on Apex, I can't recommend this game to you enough. I promise you'll start enjoying yourself while gaming again, rather than possibly walking away with resentment, and actually be rewarded for the time invested in the game because your aim will get better and you will see the fruits of your labor, because it is not being hindered by any unnecessary factors. And that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think down below. Also, please be polite and respectful towards others' opinions, because we're all allowed to have one, regardless if we agree with them or not. To address the people requesting the gear that I use while gaming, such as my mouse, mousepad, and keyboard, as well as my gaming editing rig, I have all that info linked in the description down below. Just to be 100% transparent though, these are Amazon affiliate links that will cost you nothing extra, but if you click on the link and purchase something off Amazon, a very, very, very small percentage of it will go to supporting this channel. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. Again, it really, really, really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want more finals and Apex aim training and theory content, hit the notification button and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Have a safe and amazing Thanksgiving. Peace.